Good day, grade 8 students. Welcome to our lesson. This is your lesson in Music 8. I am Teacher Darwin. Make sure to grab your module with you and tune in to our YouTube channel, Darwin Ramos Vlogs. Naalala mo pa ba ang mga bansa sa Southeast Asia? Tignan natin ang mapang ito. Ang Southeast Asia ay may 11 na bansa at ito ang mga sumusunod: Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Laos, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, at Timor-Leste. At ngayon ay pag-aaralan natin ang isang bansa sa Southeast Asia. Gusto niyo ba ng clue kung ano ito? Ang bansa na ito ay pinakamalaking bansa sa Southeast Asia at ika-4 sa may pinakamalaking populasyon sa buong mundo. Ang capital nito ay pinakagamit na pang-Instagram sa mundo. Meron ka na bang ideya kung anong bansa ito? Ang bansang ito ay ang Indonesia. Do you know that Indonesia is home of the hundreds and fans of music? And music plays an important role in their art and culture. Today, we will discuss the music of Southeast Asia, particularly in Indonesia. Alam ko na marami sa inyo ang gustong makapunta one day in one of the countries in Southeast Asia. When you travel, especially in foreign country, you need to have an idea about their culture. Each country has its distinct characteristics, and knowing about them will helping you adapt about their culture. And one way of learning culture is through their music. Handa na ba kayong matutunan ang music ng Indonesia?
Halina't ating alamin ang mga dapat nating matutunan tungkol sa music ng Indonesia. Content Standard: demonstrate understanding of common musical characteristics of the region as well as unique characteristics of a particular Southeast Asian country. For our performance standard, perform Southeast Asian songs with appropriate pitch, rhythm, expression, and style. For our most essential learning competencies, listens perceptively to music of Southeast Asia and analyzes musical elements of selected songs and instrumental pieces heard and performed.
Pero bago yan, please take note that you will be answering the following questions at the end of the discussion. Number 1. What are the musical ensembles of Indonesia and its characteristics? Number 2. What are the vocal and musical instruments of Indonesia? Number 3. How the musical elements are used in selected song and instrumental pieces of Indonesia. Ang ating discussion ay magpo-focus sa vocal at instrumental music of Indonesia. Vocal music is music specifically made for voices. It may be performed with or without instruments. While instrumental music is made solely for instruments, meaning the music produced only by the instruments without any vocal or voice. Do you understood?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, let's have the music of Indonesia. Music of Indonesia uses two musical scales, the slendro and the pelo. Slendro, 5 equidistant tones in octave. Pentatonic, penta means 5. Tonic means tones and usually consist of notes such as do, re, mi, so, la. While pelo, which means heptatonic or 7-tone scale with semitone and usually consists of notes such as do, re, mi, so, la, ti. There you have it. Both vocal and instrumental music of Indonesia use slendro and pelo scale. Another way on how their music is played is through interlocking. Interlocking is a common technique used in gong ensembles. Did you know that gamelan or gamelan orchestra is the most popular form of music in Indonesia? And it is similar to the kulintang of the Philippines. Gamelan is the Asian terms. Gambol or gamel, which means to play musically or to hammer, is an Indonesian ensembles of tuned percussion instrument made out of gongs, metallophones, xylophones, and drums. Gamelan orchestra are used to accompany dancers, songs, and wayang kulit, and to provide a means of livelihood to Indonesians. Gamelan ensembles believed to possess supernatural powers and considered their instruments sacred. Tandaan na ang pag-apak sa mga instrument ay tanda ng kawalang respeto. Bilang pagpapakita ng respeto ng mga musicians ay magbabaw muna sila bago magsimulang tumugtog ng mga instrumento. Vocal music serves as ornamentation in gamelan, so Indonesian gamelans has singers. Performing them, there are pesinden and gerong. The pesinden is a female soloist singer who sings with the gamelan. She can sing with the gamelan or with the gerong. While gerong refers to the unison male chorus that sings with the gamelan. They sing in unity rather than individuality. Maraming uri ng gamelan, but the Javanese and Balinese gamelan are the most famous. Siguro ay matatanong ninyo kung ano nga ba ang pinagkaiba ng Javanese at Balinese gamelan. Para malaman natin ay panoodin natin ang dalawang videos na ito, the Balinese and the Javanese gamelan.
The gamelan is a particular type of gong chime ensemble that's found in Indonesia. The gamelan at University of New South Wales was made especially for us by Bona Alit from the Regency of Gianyar in Bali. And it's a particular type of tuning that is unique to this particular village. So we are probably the only institution in Australia that has a gamelan of this type. The gamelan is actually becoming increasingly important in music institutions all around the world. It teaches people how to play in an ensemble and how to play in an ensemble in very precise and exact ways, as well as learning the music of another culture. The important thing about learning music in its original context or in its native setting is that it gives you an understanding of how the music works for the people that create it. It gives you an understanding of, let us say, the taste of the music, the accent of the music.
It's like learning a language. It's like you get so much more out of it when you're immersed in it, when you're immersed in the culture. Obviously with the people that we're learning from, it's so much better to just see what they do and learn from ear and use all those skills that you don't really use at home.
It created something quite different, and the Balinese were really taken by having heard a saxophone played within their ensemble. They'd never heard it before, especially when it came from someone as wonderful as Sandy Evans. We've had violin and cello in our performances. We've had Balinese performing with us, their musical instruments, their dancers.
It was just amazing. I loved it. Very elaborate. The dances looked incredible. I played the violin at the first piece in Momang, and so I was pretty nervous about that initially, actually, when I first came here, because I had never done any improvisation on my violin before, or in fact, really on anything.
And in many ways,
There you have it. Now, let's check your observation through categorizing the following words or phrases as to characteristics of Javanese and Balinese gamelan. Write your answer on your notebook. Used for court music. Percussion dominated. Style of playing gives solemn character. Used for sacred music. Consists of metallophones, usually gongs. Sudden change of tempo and dynamics. Sounds are very bright and brilliant. Use fast and rattling sounds of cymbals. Are you done? Let's check if your answers are correct. Here are the characteristics of Javanese gamelan. Characteristics used for court music. Percussion-dominated style of playing gives solemn characters. And remember, karawitan is the term for every kind of gamelan music in Java. Here are the characteristics of Balinese gamelan. Used for sacred music, consists of metallophones, usually gongs, sudden change of tempo and dynamics. Sounds are very bright and brilliant. Use fast and rattling sounds of cymbals. This time, let's have the instrumental music of Indonesia. There are 4 musical instruments of Javanese gamelan, namely bonang, saron, gong ageng, and chen chen. What have you noticed about the classifications of these instruments? That's right, these instruments are classified as idiophones. Next is the Balinese gamelan. They have gender, kenong, kempur, and kendang. What have you noticed about these instruments? That's right. These instruments are classified as idiophones. It's now time to experience Indonesian music. Relax as you watch and listen to selected songs of Indonesia. The song is entitled Burung or the Kakatu. It is a folk song from Indonesia about the Kakatu and the village grandmother who listens to it sing. Prepare your notebook and ballpen as you listen. Try to analyze and describe the elements of music presented in the song.
Burung lechum, 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 hulala, lechum, 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 hulala, lechum, 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 hulala, burung kakak tua. Burung kakak tua hinggap di jendela. Nenek sudah tua, giginya tinggal dua. Lecum, 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 hulala, lecum, 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 hulala, lecum, 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 hulala, burung kakak tua.
How do you feel after hearing the Burung Kakak Tua? Were you able to analyze the elements of music? After hearing the sample song of Indonesia, make time to practice and sing the song at your home. Now that we are done with the discussion, I want you to finish your song analysis about Burung Kakak Tua. Don't forget to submit your learning activity sheet to your Music 8 teacher. That ends our lesson, and I hope you learned something new today. This is Sir Darwin Ramos bringing the lesson at the comfort of your home. Be safe.